Hello. I spent about an hour and a half the other day laying in my backyard in the sun listening to Olivia Rodrigo's new album, start to finish. Really told a story. You know, went from very happy, very depressed at the end, but it was worth it. Do you want to intro what we're going to talk about today?
Well, we want to talk about the kind of intersection of music and how a lot of music can feel like you feel connected to certain tunes in your 20s.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the new Olivia Rodrigo album, because she wrote it in her 20s, like has been really connecting with us. It really has. Well, me specifically, Mads, I don't know about you.
Yeah,
She's a little later in her 20s.
Yeah.
I think like something that resonated was how she was talking about like when she was writing in her teens, it was more of like a black and white experience.
Yeah.
And then being in your 20s, there's more gray area. People are more grown up and mature. So it's not like, oh, like, you know, this boyfriend I had was toxic and an asshole and it's all on him. It's like, actually, I was kind of an asshole, but I think it was on both of us or we were both whatever. So I think like that's very relatable of like the gray area of your 20s.
I think as people who wrote a book when they were teenagers and published it, like looking at that, what we did back then versus like what we would write now.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
Like, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, it's crazy how your brain develops and you don't like realize almost how immature you are until looking back.
No, I think it is relevant
like,
because in your 20s, that's when your brain is starting to develop.
Yeah.
And you start to look back at things and you're like, wait, like, that's crazy.
Well, I was even talking to a friend recently about like, it was something stupid, like a TikTok we made. And I was like, I just can't believe that like the same brain I have now, like made
you can
that
elaborate.
choice.
We made really cringy dance videos on TikTok during the 2020
but like
era.
who didn't? You know what I mean?
Who didn't? But like we all succumbed to that. And we were watching them with our friend the other day at her house. And we were all screaming because we were cringing so hard. And I was like looking at myself doing these dances. I was like, how is that me?
Yeah.
Literally, how is that me? But it was.
I know.
My brain wasn't fully
I
developed.
blame you for that. You kind of coerced me into doing that.
I really did, but I was bored and there was COVID and there was nothing else to do. That's why everyone was dancing and making whipped coffee.
I know.
I remember like my early 20s, I remember being very aware of the fact that my brain was underdeveloped, but there wasn't really anything I could do.
That's so conscious baby of you.
Yeah,
Maddie was a conscious
like,
baby.
conscious
I feel like
baby.
we've talked about this on the pod before, but Maddie was 100% a conscious baby, and I have a fear of conscious babies. Like, I really don't want to have one.
Like Maddie's like,
I feel like they'd be judging
2.
me.
Like she'll say, I remember when I was 2, I was so excited for you guys to be born. And I'm like, when I was 2, I don't remember when I was 2. I don't remember having thoughts. I feel like I was just like some like airhead kid just like walking around.
I was 100% an airhead kid.
Yeah,
I don't think I had any
Maddie's a conscious baby. So that's a conscious baby thought.
Yeah, it was frustrating.
So you were a conscious teenager
like I was like, I know I'm immature and I don't know what to do about it.
Well, even now, like I'm 23, turning 24, and I feel like I'm getting more mature, but I'm still like, psychologically, like your prefrontal cortex or whatever isn't fully developed until 25.
Is that true, though, that it's 25?
But I'm like, am I ahead?
I think you would know of all people. Is it not
well,
true?
Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, who was like...
Dr. Jill Bolte.
So she had a stroke that like...
your notes on Dr. Jill Bolte. Wow, you just whipped that out.
You're so
she
smart.
That's so nice of you to
Go
say.
ahead.
So she had a stroke where the whole left side of her brain basically shut down. And so she was fully like, anyway, the long story short, what she learned about brains, like she was a neuroscientist.
Okay.
Or she like studied the
Should
brain.
we confirm this?
She studied the brain.
Okay.
I don't know what the exact title was. My mind's going to neuroscience, but it might have been more than that. Okay. And so when she had this stroke, she had the full perspective of a neuroscience, of someone who studied the brain.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And one of the things she learned through that experience was that she had this like whole saying, like I watched her TED Talk and read her book and everything. And she was like, keep them alive till they're 25.
Oh.
So like,
so that is when your brain develops.
So according to her, yes.
Okay.
Long answer to that.
No, that's what I wanted from you. I knew you'd have an answer or at least something of the sort.
Like I just kind of wonder like what I'm doing now. That like at 25, I'll look back and be like, what was I thinking?
I do
because there's
like,
something. There's
I
gotta
feel
be
like
something.
you still do that when you're older, though. No,
no,
I feel
like
it keeps happening.
It's funny because like
does that keep happening
having
to
been
you?
25? Like I remembered.
Yeah,
turning
Maddie, you're
25.
past 25. Does that keep happening to you?
What?
Like you'll think back to something you did when you were 25 or before 25, and you're like, why did I do that? Like, do you feel like the past 2 years? Because she's 27 now. Have you been more like?
Has your brain?
I don't know, but she was a conscious baby. Like maybe
I
we
do
can't
feel
go
like
to
my
her for
brain
that.
is more developed, and weirdly see it the most in our screenwriting.
Yeah.
Like I remember,
Well, it's like Olivia Rodrigo with her songwriting.
yes,
Yeah.
like it feels like
Queen.
screenwriting. It feels like all of a sudden things just click in your brain, and like as a storyteller, it felt like, oh, this is all of a sudden so much easier for me.
At 25.
Like 25, 26. I was like, oh, I
Do we have
understand
ways
this,
to
and I
go?
actually know. Because like I think one of the frustrating things for me, at least, when you're younger and your brain is still developing, is that you live a lot of experiences, but you don't necessarily have a way to like articulate and communicate those experiences because you're
Yeah.
still, first of all, developing your brain, and secondly, building your skill set. And I think it's a mix of both.
Okay.
From a storytelling perspective, I'm talking about as like a writer. So I think, yeah, that kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you look very pensive.
That was a lot to digest.
I look at her and she's like,
Have I lost you?
no. I was
what
just
I
thinking.
wanted to say about Olivia Rodrigo's album specifically, if you don't like Olivia Rodrigo, I'm sorry. I mean, how could you not? I don't know. I'm
lot
a big
of,
fan.
Like, listen,
To
I
each
like
their
her
own.
music.
We love her music.
Anywho,
yes.
she has a song called The Cure. And basically, I saw an interview of her talking about this yesterday. And she was saying how that she wrote that song after talking to her friend. She was in like a very happy relationship. And she was like, oh, I feel like I'm supposed to be happy. Why do I feel depressed? So she wrote the song called The Cure. And for anyone who knows that song, you know what it's about. But if you haven't listened to it, it's basically her being like, I'm in this loving relationship, but like my head is still full of poison, which is basically like she's got mental health issues and she feels
Yeah,
depressed,
like,
even though she's in a very happy,
A happy relationship isn't the cure.
yeah,
for your
which
own
I
struggles.
like that story because as a mental health advocate, it's like, oh, this is true. Like you being happy with a person has nothing to do with what you're feeling internally and what you're
Yeah.
feeling like individually. And that's actually something that like we've talked about a lot as like a very mental health aware
Yeah.
little crew
Yeah,
here.
we worked
is,
like we work at a mental health nonprofit.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, you know, that partners aren't going to take any of that pain away,
I think that can
essentially.
be a part of like, and again, I'm not speaking for everyone here, but that can be a lot of like where relationship issues stem from.
Yeah.
Is thinking that your partner is going to cure everything. Like they're going to be
Yeah.
the like fix all of everything. When it's
Yeah.
like you have to do the work on yourself. Like they can't do that for you, and
There's,
they
in
can't
Olivia
fix
Rodrigo's
you.
words, her head is full of poison. Wait. And
Yeah.
my head is full of poison and my heart is full of doubt. She has toxins in her bloodstream.
Yes,
And her partner tried hard to suck them out, but it didn't work
no, it didn't. Very good,
because
Elle.
he'll
Thank
never
you.
be the cure.
No.
Yeah.
that's
I think
okay.
like
That's okay.
it reminds me, not to go back to like reading again, but it does remind me of a book I read in my 20s.
Yeah.
Like my
okay.
early 20s about relationships, and it's by Richard Schwartz called You Are
Heard
the
that
One
name.
You've Been Waiting For, and basically talks about how you are the person you're looking for in a relationship, and it's up to you to really
Something
heal
people don't wanna
yourself
hear.
of mental health. I found it very powerful because I think when you're young, like it's easier to romanticize a relationship as being the cure to your mental health issues. So that was a great book for me that like really articulated that.
You know
really
what I
well.
think the cure is?
Yeah.
Therapy.
Yeah.
Obviously. Also just like a rich life, you know, full of passions that
Yeah.
you're pursuing and people that you love and that love you.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
I think a
is.
sense of identity. I think it's
you.
okay to have a sense of
didn't ask,
identity
but
like
thanks.
in a relationship, but also have a sense of identity independent of a relationship. I think is very
I think it's
healthy.
important to have both.
Yeah.
Because it's
think
just
it's
like
healthy.
then you're a complete little person.
Exactly. But I think that's part of the struggle of your 20s is that you're still figuring out who you are.
Yeah.
So it is hard to have a sense of identity.
And I
In
also like
both-
what
in both
it's like what
domains,
one of
yeah.
our podcast guests back in the day when we used to have guests, Krista Williams, I believe.
Of
She
almost
said
30.
of almost 30. She said that the older you get, it's almost like the less time you have to be in a relationship in order to like really connect with someone because you know yourself so much better.
Yeah.
And like you'll see that sometimes I feel like if people connect like later in life, like they'll get engaged like after like a year. And like listen, this happens to young people too. But I'm just I've heard that, you know, the
That
older
sometimes ends in divorce.
okay. Sometimes. Anyway, she said that the older
Actually-
you get, the more you know yourself.
Didn't we have a guest that was
often.
like, don't get married in your 20s?
I don't know. Did they say
feel like
that?
we had
I
someone who
think
said
we
that.
did have someone that said that. So
But those types of things are like those things online where it's like, don't eat bananas because they'll kill you. It's like,
Yeah, you just gotta go with, like whatever
It
feels
gets to a
best for
point
you.
for
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
online. It's like you're gonna restrict
There's like,
yourself.
well, there's like the thing of like there's what is it, the term, like the capstone marriage versus, I forget what the other term is, but basically like what you're saying, like when you meet later, when you're not, I guess, past 25, I would say, is that considered later? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You have more of like a sense of yourself and identity in life.
Yeah.
Like one of our cousins was like that. And like, I feel like they got engaged pretty quick, and, you know, I feel like they have a very
You're
healthy
talking about, but
relationship.
we'll talk about
They
it
connected
later.
way earlier than that. If I'm thinking, if you're
No,
I'm
I don't
thinking-
think
No,
you're
I think you're
thinking of the
thinking
right
of a
one.
different cousin.
Wow, you guys are on the same page and I'm
I think
not.
Guy and I just communicated
We
through
did.
time
Just
and
did
space.
telepathically,
some
yes.
telepathic.
Yeah.
I saw on the topic of like songs again, is there's this song that Gracie Abrams wrote called Best, and she regrets writing it because it's like literally basically her being like,
Not a good partner.
yeah, she was like owning up to the fact that like she wasn't a good partner. And I'm like, why does she regret writing that?
Have you guys heard that theory that Taylor Swift has only apologized once in a song, and it was to Taylor Lautner?
Yes.
Which
I don't
song
know why
was
that
it?
matters.
And
it
he
was
did a TikTok to it that went viral.
December,
Back
to December?
Back to December.
I
Right?
think.
I feel like you're good.
Don't
with,
quote me on that. I'm not a Swiftie. Please don't come for me.
You're close though.
I
your
listen
Taylor Swift
to a lot of
Playlist is
music.
long.
The thing is, I don't just listen. Like, I listen to everything. Like,
Yeah.
I have a playlist that's from like the 40s to the 60s, and then I have a playlist that's like the 70s
Yeah.
to the 80s, 90s, and then I have, you know, the stuff we grew up with. When it comes on like in public, I'm like, yes, Black Eyed Peas, but I don't put it on. You know,
don't
like
put
I
on
won't.
Boom Boom Pow.
I will not be listening to Boom Boom Pow on my own. But if
Really?
it comes on in public, I'll bust it down. You know.
What about like
But then I have modern music that I love too. Obviously,
yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah. Ava kills me with the old music because we'll be like, like a song will come on from like the 50s and she'll be like, oh, I love Aretha Franklin.
I love
Like,
Fitzgerald.
okay. Yeah, that's another
I
one
love
you
all
love
of
that
them.
a
The
lot.
Flamingos. I love
Marvin
them
Gaye.
all. Yes, I love them all. I could list more.
King.
Frank Sinatra is a king.
Truly.
Too. My Way by Frank Sinatra. Full body chills.
Yeah, well, that
Every
one was
single
going
time.
viral recently.
That
I feel
one was
like that
going viral
one people can
recently, but I
connect.
knew that one before it went viral.
Yes.
I did it.
Yeah.
But you know where it stemmed from was my grandparents. We're very close with them. We grew up going to their house every Saturday, still do. And they had a Spotify playlist, actually. They're very hip. And it was like 200 songs long, and it was called Wine Time. And it was like all music from like their time period.
Yeah.
And it would just be on like the whole night we were there, and we'd be there for like hours.
Yeah,
And so
so
every
I
time I
guess-
liked a song, I would go up to I'd take my grandpa's iPad and I'd open it and I'd look at the Spotify and I'd write down the song name and I'd put it in my Spotify, and then I would listen to it. So that's kind of where it all stemmed from, which I think is really cute because it like makes me feel like connected to them. And then
That's really
Dad
nice.
also, like we grew up, he ingrained 80s in us, so
Yeah.
got a
Yeah,
wide
we-
range,
We do have a wide range.
which I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
it really helps just in life. I don't know.
Yeah, I think like there is that saying. There's a debate though that I've seen online that I don't know how true it is. Is like
What?
it's helpful to listen to sad music when you're sad.
I find it
Right?
helps me.
Wait,
So like
really?
no, I have like a thing.
You do, Miss Billie Eilish.
Yes, every time Maddie's listening to Billie
God,
Eilish,
if she
Elle
was
and I,
ever
like,
listening to Billie Eilish,
if I
like I
open
need to, like
Spotify
I'm always
and
like, is
Maddie's-
she okay?
yeah, Elle and I are like, "Where's Maddie? And is she okay?"
Oh my god.
We have to check on her.
Yeah.
But I personally find listening to like a song that really like matches how you're feeling in the moment
Yeah. Sometimes
can
it's
be very
hard.
therapeutic.
Yeah.
I find it very therapeutic, and what I do, this is so funny, but like I don't always do this, but like if I'm in a music mood, I'll like listen to something that like really connects how I'm feeling in the moment, and then I'll transition myself out of the feeling by listening to progressively more upbeat tunes.
That's
Do
very
you?
sophisticated.
And then you kind of get yourself out of the funk by slowly moving yourself into like a really upbeat song.
very
Wow.
sophisticated.
See, like if I'm feeling
Yeah.
down, I don't listen to any music. Otherwise, I'll associate that song with me feeling down.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So
Old music
that's why,
is
like,
very
if I'm
therapeutic.
suffering, I have to continue to suffer and not listen.
I
to
find
music.
like 40s, 50s, 60s music when you're feeling upset is like it's got that like slow melancholic vibe, but like the lyrics are typically optimistic.
Good sad music.
always,
If you're
but-
feeling sad, good music is Coldplay.
Oh God.
Jeff Buckley.
Okay, I'm gonna be
Feeling
honest.
Jeff Buckley
when you're sad.
Jeff Buckley, Coldplay.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Coldplay when you're sad is gonna make you worse.
If you listen to
Coldplay
Yellow,
when I'm happy makes me worse. Like if
Interesting.
I'm happy,
is it Yellow or is it called Sparks?
No,
Sparks.
If
And
I'm
it was
happy,
all
and
Yellow.
Well,
no,
that's-
Yellow, but there's
that's
also
not-
Sparks. If Sparks comes on while I'm happy,
Oh yeah, you got to turn it off.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wait, sing Sparks for me.
I promise you this. Yeah. That song though, like it hits my soul.
Oh,
in a
or
way.
There was a
Harvest
I've
Moon.
never heard more
Harvest Moon
fun.
Sometimes
is
I'm not
like
ready
in
for it.
between.
What?
Harvest Moon.
What's that one?
You know that
Harvest
one.
Moon. I don't.
Um,
You say
oh my
no.
god.
I love Wild Horses.
That's not
Wow.
Coldplay.
No, it's not, but I like that song.
Is Harvest Moon Coldplay?
No.
Okay.
I actually
So we're
did
off
though
Coldplay
discover
now.
that song from Summer I Turned Pretty. That one was not from my
Yes,
grandparents,
that's a good one.
but
Yeah.
it's a good one. And it's older, and I don't. Is it 80s? I don't even know. See, because I discovered it through a modern television show.
Yeah.
A lot of the music we put in our script, I feel like, is older.
Well,
It
I find
is.
old
It
music
is.
like can have, I don't know, it has like a different
It
like
has an aura.
yeah, like a haunting.
We've talked
Aura.
about
Yes,
this.
we like
yeah.
the haunting.
We do like
Well,
the
just like there's
haunting.
more of an ambiance
yeah.
to it. That's what I love about Olivia Dean's music.
Yes.
I feel like she has an ambiance to her music that
yeah, for sure.
not.
We're going
lot
to
of
the
music has.
Olivia Dean concert, and I could not be more excited.
I know.
I'm
I'm
so
so
excited.
excited.
It's gonna be a vibe.
I simply I simply think it will be the best night of my life, and I will have post-concert depression afterwards.
There's nothing like leaving a concert. Your ears are a little fuzzy. You can't hear right, but you're like happy. You know, your throat's scratchy because you screamed.
See, like
Something-
that's how I
there's
felt after
nothing
the
better.
last Olivia Rodrigo concert for her Guts tour, and I don't know if I'm going on this one.
I don't know, unless those $20 tickets work out for us. But
Yeah, those like random ones that she gives out.
yeah, because you can be anywhere.
We also like Expectations, that song, a lot. I really like that one.
I listened to it on the way here, and I had one hand on. Oh, pardon me. I had one hand on the wheel while I was driving, and I was going like this with the other hand.
Oh my god, I was so frantically sending out emails, I didn't even see that.
Really?
Yeah.
You can see it again on the way home if you
Okay,
want.
I will.
I'll
No.
pump it a little bit.
Expectations was good.
Yeah, it's really
Really
good.
boppy boppy.
But-
Maddie liked less, which makes sense for her because she likes depressing music.
I like Expectations. I like either like rager music or sad music.
That's very Aries.
I know.
No,
very
literally, whenever we're in the
stereotypical
car, Manny
Aries.
goes, "Play Vigilante Shit" by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, a couple Labyrinth songs are always good.
I don't.
I know
don't-
I'm healing when I don't go for rager music. I'm like, oh,
You're healing.
I'm
How did you
healing.
feel today? Did you want Rager?
I
thinker.
never like I do. I tend
So
to
it's
like
like,
rager.
are you healing?
I lean to rager for sure. Yesterday was rager. Today is
Is it
not
because you were in office?
for sure. Yeah.
She likes working from home.
I don't vibe with an office as a creative spirit.
She's a princess. She's a princess. Like she doesn't. My girl doesn't drive. Like
I do
You
drive.
can drive, but you don't.
Well,
choose
no,
To drive.
here's the problem. Is
And
that
that's
there's
okay.
3 of us and 1 car. So there's only 2 people who can drive one way and that way.
Elle and I passed
and it
their
ends up
G test
being
recently.
You guys.
Do you want to? There we go. Oh, that was cute.
That was cute.
Yeah. I know it's late, but whatever. I know I'm 23. Everyone's like, I passed my G test when I was 17. But listen, I didn't. I procrastinated when I was 16. Didn't get my license. COVID happened. It was impossible to get your license during COVID. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was
That
really
was
hard.
crazy. So then that ended up being delayed, and then I procrastinated
You know
it
what's
for
so
5
sinister?
years.
You know, it's so
The G
sinister.
test.
We were gonna get our G1 over March break of 2020.
Yeah.
We all know what happened there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, over March break.
Now we're 23. Just passed a G test. So whatever.
But that means I don't have to do a test.
I don't know. Is that just
hopefully
an
ever
Ontario
again.
thing? G
Yes,
test means
yes.
it's like your
Just
complete
It's all
Ontario?
Ontario. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even like other provinces.
Oh, no. It's
No, it applies.
It applies
like
to
you have your
everywhere,
license.
but we're just
No,
saying
I
it's
know,
called
but,
the
like,
G
in,
test.
I don't know.
like Montreal, you don't have to get a G.
I'm not 100% sure what they call it. It could be the same thing. It could not. I don't
The one
want
on
to
the website, it looked pretty Ontario to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But anyway, we got our full license, which like was crazy. It took us this long, but we've been able to go everywhere. It's just silly little money grab, you know. Anyway, I think we're done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just looked at the time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, everyone. Let me know what your favorite song is when you're sad. I hope it's not Sparks. That's like really
It
sorry
means you're
for
not
you.
doing well. For me, it's yellow.
Yellow is
Wow.
sad.
Yeah.
You know what's even more
Lazy?
diabolical than
No.
that? And mom used to play all the time when we were kids, and I have like a negative association with it, is Fix You.
Mom used to play that?
Yes.
What? No, mom never played that. No, mom played a lot of Celine Dion. That's just what I remember is like
No,
Celine
Fix You.
Dion, Shania Twain.
Anyway, thanks, guys. See ya.